Welcome. You are watching this video if you are a part of our 2022-2023 UCLA Alumni Mentor Program. To get things started, we will do brief introductions. My name is Haley Kurkowski. I am one of the directors of Alumni Career Engagement here with the UCLA Alumni Association. I am co-presenting today with Amy, who I will let introduce herself.
Hi, mentors and mentees. My name is Amy Zhu, and I'm the student director for the UCLA Alumni Mentor Program this year. I also am on the board of the Alumni Scholars Club, and I'm excited to let you know more about the endless possibilities UCLA mentorship provides.
Great. Thank you, Amy. All right, so we will start with program guidelines. So the commitment of this program is October through June. We do look for you to communicate on a monthly basis at minimum. Communication can happen in various ways, and we will go through those later in this presentation. And then we ask you to have open and consistent dialogue, that you are communicating with one another and that the dialogue is on a regular basis. What to expect? So expect communication from UCLA Alumni Affairs on a monthly basis. We will have e-newsletters. These e-newsletters will cover different items from different tools and activities to utilize, to spotlights of our mentors and mentees. It'll have various resources that will definitely help guide you along this journey. Also expect pre and post surveys to capture your experiences. So these pre and post surveys are both valuable for us to make sure that we improve upon the program every single year, but also for you to see your growth and to track your progress throughout this program. Lastly, you will be able to communicate with staff and student assistants. This will be through email, and we will provide those email addresses at the end of the presentation. Code of conduct for mentors and students. So being a part of the Alumni Mentor Program, you are agreeing to hold yourself to the true Bruin Values and our principles of community. For those who are not familiar, I will just briefly read through them. They are respect, accountability, integrity, service, excellence. So if you'd like to learn more about these true Bruin Values, please check out the URL at the bottom of the page, or go ahead and just type into True Bruin Values into your web browser. All right, so as a mentor, you may be thinking, what can I offer my mentee? What are they looking to get out of this experience? So through those surveys, we actually were able to record what our students are hoping to gain through this process. So those items are guidance, wisdom, advice, knowledge, and preparation. You have not only been in these students' shoes, but now you are experiencing in real life, what they are hoping to go into career-wise. So you have a lot to offer, a lot of value. So please just, think about all those experiences that you've had throughout the years from beginning your career as a young professional to where you are now. All right, so just some things to keep in mind for our mentors. Please be clear and responsive in your communication. We understand that things come up, right? You're both juggling your personal and your professional career right now, as well as being a part of our Alumni Mentor Program. So if something comes up, say you have a really large project with work and you need to postpone a meeting, that's not an issue at all. Please just communicate with your mentee and reschedule for a future date. Create an honest and compassionate dialogue. So please be honest about what your career is like. Our students are not looking to get things sugar-coated. They really want to know what it's like to be in your position and what they need to do in order to get there. And then also please be compassionate, come at them with empathy. This is a new process for a lot of our students having a mentor. And so make sure that you just treat them with compassion and honesty. All right, so remember that UCLA is ever changing. The UCLA that you remember is not the UCLA exactly as it is today. So I know there's even some students that were at UCLA 2 years ago, and the people are different, the buildings have changed, the programs are different. So just keep that in mind, that UCLA is ever changing and that this really is a learning process for you too. So not only can you learn something about yourself or how you teach or how you work with others, you can actually learn from your mentee about their experience at UCLA. All right, so some tools for your mentorship. So you're actually able to meet virtually or in person or hybrid. So you have the opportunity and the ability to pick how you would like to meet your mentee or your mentor. We just ask that this is agreed upon method of communication. We also know that a lot of our mentors do not live in Los Angeles anymore. That's part of the beauty of this program. So you're actually able to connect virtually. And so we have different opportunities and different virtual platforms for you to connect on. UCLA One actually has a video chat, so you can connect directly through UCLA One. Other opportunities, Zoom, Google Hangouts, FaceTime. Also, throughout this process, we would love for our mentees to be able to keep track of the progress that they are making or to reflect upon the experience. So we do encourage sharing notes, goals, documentation, all of those items. So 2 or 3 opportunities for you to do that we would like to present are Google Drive, Dropbox, and Simple Note. All right, so mentor resources. So UCLA One Mentor Resource Group is an opportunity for our mentors to connect peer-to-peer. Through the UCLA One Mentor Resource Group, you can share some tools, you can give shout outs to your mentee. It's really just a way for you to connect, ask questions, learn information, get advice. We also will have resource webinars, and we do those with our partners on campus. One example would be the Career Center. We also have compiled a list on a Google Doc of our mentor resources. So the QR code on this screen actually will present you with different opportunities to better improve your mentor abilities or to help assist you with any areas you may be looking to get more information in. So we have podcasts, we have books, we have articles, so please go ahead and check out that resource list. Then lastly, we have an online welcome packet. So this packet will go over all this information and more to make sure that you have everything you need in order to have a successful mentorship. All right, our mentor agreement. So this is a document that is between the mentor and the mentee. We don't need this document here at UCLA. It really is just a tool and a guide to get your first conversation going. On this slide, you will see the mentorship agreement. So on this document, really it is just recording some information, some basic information so you can continue to communicate. It also helps go over your meeting frequency, the duration, the form of communication. So really just establishing how you want this mentorship to go. In addition, you have an opportunity to go over your goals and objectives, so what you're hoping to gain from this opportunity. And then at the very end, you can brainstorm opportunities and experiences to enhance your learning. So some of those examples would be critiquing your resume, doing a mock interview, maybe even working on a project. So creating a project that you can work through with your mentor. And then of course, job shadow. All right, so that is the end of the mentor portion. So I am actually going to pass it over to Amy, who will talk about the student experience and providing some resources that our students can take advantage of. Amy?
Thank you, Haley. So yes, let's talk about what mentorship is before then leading into what mentorship isn't. So the possibilities are endless. Remember that mentors were once in your shoes here at UCLA, and they know that experience and can offer advice about navigating college and also that transition from college graduation to the workplace. So some things that are listed here include knowledge, experience, support, empathy, perspective, and much more. So now that we know what mentorship is, let's talk about what it really isn't. Mentorship is not one-sided. It's definitely a two-way street. And since mentors are often giving time out of their really busy work and personal life schedules, it's important to be the one who's being proactive and reaching out, making sure that they're available and making yourself available too, because they often will have schedules that might not align perfectly with yours, but being open-minded and making sure that your availabilities match up is a great way for a successful mentorship. And also for all our AMP returners, remember that one size does not fit all. There are different ways of communicating, whether that be in person, virtually, over email, over video chat. The possibilities are really endless, and what worked for you last year with your mentor might look different this year, if it's with the same mentor or with a new mentor. Finally, mentorship is not just a way to get a job or an internship. So make sure that you're not asking right from the get-go for a job or an internship. It really isn't that. It's about getting to know the industry, getting to know their experience at UCLA and in the workforce, and make sure that you can ask them about their role or ask them for industry secrets, but it is not professional, at least in the first couple of meetups, to just ask for a job or an internship. So let's talk about 5 things to keep in mind if you're a student mentee. Remember to be intentional. Go into mentorship with a purpose. And as Haley mentioned, through the mentorship agreement, that's a great way to goal plan and make sure you're sticking with those goals throughout the year. The second thing is to make check-ins regular. We recommend checking in on a monthly/bi-monthly basis. And that's a great way to talk about the classes you're taking, if you're applying to jobs or taking a professional exam or going to graduate school. It's a great way to keep in touch and even ask the mentor where they're at their career. Third, communicate and be honest. Remember that only successful mentorship happens when there's good communication. If there's something you're uncomfortable with or something you want to change about your mentorship, be upfront with your mentor and let them know so that they can make changes and make a very mutually beneficial relationship. Fourth, be open to feedback and a different perspective. Our mentors range from being alums out of college just 1 year ago or having decades of professional experience. So remember to put yourself in their shoes and be open to feedback and really understand what it was like for them to be in your shoes a couple or many years ago, and keep that in mind when you're framing your questions and framing your mentorship. Finally, don't give up right away. Those first encounters or those first meetings can often be awkward, especially if you're meeting virtually. So don't give up right away. Experiment with different ways that you want to have your mentorship or hold your mentorship, and make sure that you reframe if it isn't working for you. And Haley will give some more tips as well at the end if your mentorship is not what you were looking for. So speaking of virtual interaction, Zoom is still a thing. And if you're a new student, after you register for your Zoom account, make sure to set up a reoccurring meeting and a meeting ID specifically for your UCLA Alumni Mentorship. So you can click the little add icon, and you can also name the meeting and set a reoccurring meeting to send out a calendar reminder, an iPal, or just an email with the meeting link over UCLA One or Gmail. And this is the meeting and what it would look like. So you could just send them the link as well as the meeting ID and password information. And that's it from me. So good luck with your mentorship, and I'll pass it over back to Haley.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. So again, we hope this is a valuable experience both for the mentors and the mentees. We are definitely here if you have any questions, need any advice, have any ideas. We do understand that the mentor, it may not be the same experience that you were hoping for. So if that's the case, you can definitely try to work through the mentorship. And if you still decide it's not for you, you can actually end the mentorship and select another. So this is part of the process. It's normal. Sometimes we understand that the pairings aren't quite right at the beginning. And so that you can continue to be a part of this program, you can go ahead and select another mentor. So we really hope, though, that you give this a wonderful shot and that you are open to this process. If you do, again, have any questions, you can go ahead and email us. So alumni, you will email us at alumni.ucla.edu. Students, you can go ahead and email alumni mentors@alumnischolarsclub.org. So thank you again for your time. We cannot wait for your mentorship to get started, and thank you for being a part of the 2022-2023 Alumni Mentor Program. Thank you.